Good morning everyone, it's Libby from Master Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people and huge welcome to you, your guides, my guides and the universal energies, and don't they feel fabulous today? Whew, welcome to summer in Australia where it's... I think the aircon's going to go on before the end of the day. It's a little bit warm. Okay, thank you for joining me. What I'm going to have a look at for those that are in the midst of winter is the Texas electricity grid. Have read on this, I think, last winter. Now, Texas is in a unique position in that the grid is not connected to the rest of the country network. So it is actually isolated in Texas. So if not enough electricity is being produced within Texas, it can't draw on other parts of the United States that has excess, is my understanding. Please let me know if I get it wrong. So I'm not quite sure why there is this determination by those... yeah. Okay, thanks guys. They're telling me, yes, you do know why. It's about power and control, while those in power are not connecting to the rest of the country. Okay, so what I'm going to have a quick look at is just to see whether the grid will stand this winter. I mean, winter's starting to move into spring now. Potentially get some reasons why behind. Yeah, money is what I'm being told. Money, power and control. Okay, but just see what is going to happen with the grid itself moving forward. So let's have a quick look. I'm using my Gilded Tarot Royale because they're my nondescript cards. They're not... yeah, okay, thank you. They've told me to use these ones looking at the grid, but then move on to my political cards when I'm looking at the future for the grid. There hasn't been money invested in the grid for a long time within Texas. It's just... okay. I'm seeing what is actually happening, and I had read on this before. What I'm seeing is that those that are in the know, when I say in the know, those that are astute, educated, on my channel, that think outside the box, don't believe everything they're told, look into it for themselves, are moving towards renewables. And what is actually happening is the condition of the grid is pushing them towards renewables because, and I did read on this I think early in winter, is that those that have renewables, that when there's blackouts, when there's brownouts, when there's issues, they still have electricity, and people, and they're being, anyone that's taking an interest is going, oh, hang on, and then it's actually pushing people towards renewables, which is the opposite of what the government within Texas are wanting. Okay, let's see where it goes. Okay, show me the Texas electricity grid. Texas electricity grid. Will it hold up for this winter? Oh, sloppy shuffling, sorry. There's a couple of cards that have popped out. I'll use those. Okay, just show me the Texas electricity grid. Texas electricity grid. Thank you. Come on down. Let's have a look. Okay, this is the first card that came out. It's the High Priestess, which is there are things that are going on behind the scenes that we do not know about. There are contracts being exchanged, there are agreements made that we do not have, the population of Texas have no idea about, no clue about whatsoever. But it is also about an awareness of alternatives. So this is the spirituality card, the feminine energy spirituality. So it is about a compassionate, empathetic, feminine, curious mind awakening about other possibilities. Okay, so it clarifies what I was talking about. You've got your two pillars of wisdom here as well, crossed by a harsh truth. And the harsh truth is what is status quo is not working. Okay, so let's see where this goes. To me, having a look at those two pillars of wisdom behind and how they are lit up is really speaking about renewables to me. So there is a harsh truth coming forward, a harsh awakening about the way forward. A lot of messages coming forward very quickly, positive messages. These wands in this particular deck are facing upwards. They're not hammering down, they're facing upwards. Positive messages coming forward in regards to what can be, really drawn to the sun in the background in regards to this. I don't think I've actually noticed it, but it's about passion and planning and progress forward. Okay, in the past we have having to defend themselves. So this is the government having to defend the Texas grid in the past against. If you have a look at the similarity here, you've got these messages going upwards, these messages coming forward and upwards, and the government is having to defend itself in regards to the grid. Okay, Page of Swords. As the crowning this reading, there is information that is going to come out via a whistleblower in regards to why the grid is as the grid is. So this is, you've got your Sword of Truth here, which is challenging, and you've got your Page of Swords that is bringing forward spy in the camp, whistleblower, bringing forward that truthful message. Okay. Immediate future, judgment. I think this is going to be a huge year for this particular grid. There is a collective awakening about this that will bring about judgment going forward, in judgment on the grid itself and the handling of the grid. Okay, externally, King of Cups, my Biden administration. It's not necessarily Biden himself, it's the administration, and I'm really getting a pull towards, with all these cards so forward, itchy scalp, prickly scalp. It's about the, is it called the Build Back Better, or the green infrastructure, or the whatever will externally will come. I'm getting the image of a white horse charging in. Don't ask me how that's going to happen given the current state. Thank you. Thank you. They're telling me, look at the whistleblower and the harsh truth coming forward. So the Biden administration, with this infrastructure, green energy, whatever, is going to fill the vacuum. Thank you. Interesting way of putting it. Fill the vacuum caused by this through line here. Whistleblower, harsh truth, having to defend. Okay. Internally, something new, abundance coming forward. The birth of a new abundance. Something new coming forward. And I'm really drawn to, at the bottom there, the environment. Nature being in balance. I do like that. Okay. Hopes and fears, the government, the higher authorities coming through. What have we got? 1, 2, 3 major arcana so far in the outcome with a King of Cups. Okay. So, yeah. Something about the government is going to come through. Again, drawn to the light behind, shining through the window there. Outcome. Are you guys going to be up for something new coming forward in Texas? Because here we have this King of Wands, this inspirational, confident, passionate, planning power, masculine power coming through, bringing forward passion and planning and movement forward and strong messaging. Okay. The 8 of Swords, restriction, working behind the scenes. So whoever this figure is under this administration that is bringing something new forward as there is this collective awakening in the future, as opposed to this is the here and now through line, is working behind the scenes on the restriction. A lot of work. There is a choice moment that is going to be brought forward. Here we have the sun. Illumination, but also the sun. The sun going to happen very quickly. And what have we got here? 1, 2, 3 major arcana to end. That is actually going to bring about something, a rebalancing on the grid. 4 major arcana. 4 major arcana on the base, which is the here and now. Truth coming forward in regards to the moral corruption, and it is a crossroads moment, literally a crossroads moment in what is happening with the grid, and the path that is lit up by the sun, as something out of left field is going to come forward regarding overseas money, domestic security, abuse of power. Crossroads, real crossroads, truth crossroads in regards to the giving and receiving of money. That is going to be the downfall of some, but then we've got a new beginning. A new beginning, the Wheel of Fortune, which is about endings and beginnings, and then the most powerful ending and beginning card. Ooh! Okay, well, if I take those cards as they are, what it's telling me is that Texas might be up for a change of government, an abuse of power being exposed, money crossing hands in regards to power over the grid. I do know that the Saudis, I think, bought a major something, fossil fuel. Yes, yeah, so okay. I don't think I've got any more to say about the grid itself in regards to that, but I do see that the Biden administration is going to come in and literally save the day. Don't know why I got the white horse riding in. And when I say administration, I'm not talking about Biden himself. I'm talking about whatever the green energy plan is under Biden. Perhaps they're going to force Texas onto the grid, and it'll be a green energy grid. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, on that note, quick look at the politics behind the grid. Show me the politics behind this grid, please, guys. Politics behind the grid. Behind the Texas electricity grid. What's going on there? What's going on there? I'm seeing actually the grid itself is going to be a major player in whatever, in this pivotal moment. Texas electricity grid, Texas electricity. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, thigh deep in the swamp, going to be exposed. How's that for a first card? Now, when I do say I'm going to put my air conditioner on before the end of the day, yes, I do have solar panels on my roof. But yeah, wow. Do I actually need to go any further? This is the current energies in regards to politics, in regards to the grid. Challenged by money, in holding their cards close to their chest in regards to the money, insecurity in regards to the money, not wanting it to be found out is what the boys are telling me. The base foundation of this reading is investigation and the lighting of the light. But if you have a look at this card, what a swamp this person, this hermit, is sitting in. He's not sitting up the top of a hill with a beautiful glowing light. He is in the midst of a swamp, and that is the foundation. Thank you. Isolation. The Texas grid is being isolated because of entertainment only. This swamp energy. Okay, see where it leads. Something to do with money. In the past. Justice. Interesting. Actions and consequences. Thank you. Has many meanings. Most cards have many meanings, and you have to read it in the context of the question asked and the cards around it. This is about actions and consequences. So the actions in the past have led to the consequences of the grid itself. Okay, crowning this reading. Yay! Wheel of Fortune. So this is the energy that will be overseeing this entire reading, and I'm talking about the politics in the grid. So Texas is at this Wheel of Fortune moment where those who think they're la-di-da on top are going to find themselves on the bottom. It is about an ending and beginning, new cycles. Immediate future. Need I say more? The politics in regards to this grid. The truth is going to bring about the downfall. Externally, the lawmakers. Internally, it is about security. Health is going to be a major one, because there are a lot of people reliant on an operating grid for their health. Hospitals, fire departments, people on equipment at home. Internally. 2 queens. There is this feminine energy, this compassionate energy coming forward in regards to this. Hopes and fears. It is about financial independence. It's about, okay, thank you. I did ask about the lawmakers in regards to this grid, and what they are trying to do is hold on to their financial independence, their security. You only have to think about back to Ted Cruz with his trip to Mexico in winter last year, which was an incredibly harsh winter. I'm sure the governor's mansion has sufficient electricity. Okay, the outcome. Queen of Cups. She has something to reveal. 3 queens so far. She has something to reveal in that cup that will bring about an ending to the bickering, infighting. And we're looking at a new plan. A new plan. Okay, the question was the politics in regards to this. So the Queen of Cups is going to reveal something that is going to unite and bring about an ending of this. This is GOP energy. This is the senseless bickery infighting that is going to bring about the formulation of a new plan, but looking on the international scale of what works and doesn't work. We've got the wounded in battle as the messages are brought forward. It's the setting up of new boundaries in response to what has not yet been revealed. And things are going to be viewed from a different point of view. Okay, on the base I've got the Ace of Cups, a new start, as the truth is packed up and moved forward in regards to the prosecution of this moral corruption for the benefit of the voters. And then we have the Judgment card again. Okay. Confirms what the first reading does, but from the political point of view. Yeah. those that are benefiting politically from keeping the voters in this very vulnerable position are going to find themselves in a not very comfortable position. Okay, thank you for joining me. Year of great change I'm feeling. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.